Now, Dipti is here to take us through some of the main headlines in the papers. It's all about one person today, though, really. This is the former Scottish First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, Dipti.
That's right. It's actually about her husband, but it is also about her, Stuart. It comes after her husband, 58-year-old Peter Murrell, was arrested and then released from police custody over an investigation into the funding and finances of the Scottish National Party, in particular how £600,000 earmarked for the Scottish independence campaign was spent. It's on the front pages of all the British papers today. This is from the Scottish paper Daily Record. You're nicked, it says on its front page. Perhaps we had this conversation earlier, most likely a play on words of Nicola Sturgeon's name. I think great minds think alike, because Metro has the same headline on its front page today, You're nicked, it says too, noting that the police probe searched the couple's house, garden and party headquarters. Now, of course, a lot of questions are arising from this investigation, and notably the timing of it. Is this why Nicola Sturgeon resigned 7 weeks ago from the leadership of the Scottish National Party? Was it because she knew her husband was going to be arrested? He himself was a party chief executive, and he quit just weeks before she did. The Daily Mail asking on its front page, is this the real reason that Sturgeon resigned from the party leadership? Is this the real reason she walked out? It says. The Independent relaying that same question as well, quoting the opposition Labour Party as calling these allegations very serious and urging both Nicola Sturgeon but also her successor and close ally Humza Yousaf, the man who was chosen to replace her as Scottish First Minister, to really be forthcoming about their real motives and just how much they knew. Dave Brown, a cartoonist in any case, is taking inspiration from all of this. This is actually inspired by the packaging of Scott's porridge oats. Yeah. I'm not sure if you know that.
I do know that, yeah.
Which featured normally a kilted shot-putting Scott. This time it's Nicola Sturgeon who's trying to shot-put her husband out of sight, out of mind, but clearly he's a ball and chain because that shot-put is anchored to her own ankle. Story.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw that too far. Now to The Guardian. The paper has revealed its investigation into the British royal family and how it's amassed its wealth from some pretty controversial real estate projects.
Yeah, at the heart of this investigation are the duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall. These duchies are professionally run real estate empires that manage massive commercial and private real estate. We're talking about farmland, shops, medieval castles, and from which King Charles and his late mother, Queen Elizabeth, have earned an eye-watering £1.2 billion in total, adjusted for inflation. The duchies pay no corporation tax or capital gains taxes either. Now, the royal family's claim to the duchies' income dates back to when England was divided into medieval fiefdoms. Obviously, this is not the case anymore, but successive campaigns by British MPs to force duchy profits to be paid to the Treasury have so far failed. Moreover, the royal family continues to insist that duchy income is private. It's even treated separately from the sovereign grant, which is the annual taxpayer-funded payment to cover royal family's official costs. So this investigation really sparking a lot of anger and resentment towards the royal family and its amassing of wealth. This Guardian writer has a very, very harsh opinion piece in the paper today, in which she says she really puts into perspective the £1.2 billion that the royal family gets from the duchies would pay for 30 hours of childcare per week for 13,000 preschoolers a year. It could also pay for 30,000 nurses a year. Or this, that the new king is financially worth more than 4,000 teachers combined. It's why she writes, at least for her, that the royal family is not powerful. It's just utterly useless, a worthless vacuum shrouded in ceremony. Tell that to the 2,000 people invited to the coronation ceremony next month, Stuart.
Yes, you'd get some very different opinions if you started asking people on the streets of the UK. I'm on both sides, of course. Thank you.
Sitting on the fence. Very British of you.
Yeah. Tico Laurent know how to sit on that fence. With the